While Talladega was not the most entertaining race, the Texas Motor Speedway definitely delivered with a lot of drama and action on Sunday afternoon in the NASCAR Cup Series. So here are the 5 things that we learned from this weekend's Cup Series event in the NASCAR Championship. So the first thing that we learned is that it was going to be a relatively short day for Denny Hamlin. His car was losing power. He lost the engine towards the end of the first stage. And unfortunately for him, this very much spelled the end of his race. As soon after that, the oil pan, I think it was, the commentators were saying, was absolutely on fire. That is the key thing here. He had to stop the car. He could no longer continue. And unfortunately, his afternoon was ended in the most spectacular of circumstances. But what was happening in the lead? Well, at the start of the race, it was William Byron against Hocevar for the lead, but it was Austin Cindric who eventually came through to win the first stage under caution. Cindric, again, he's having a really good run of things recently, particularly with these stage wins, so fair play to the kid. He's really impressing me this season. But what happened during the second stage? Well, we had another late caution in this one. Chris Buescher was up into third during the closing stages of the second stage around the Texas Motor Speedway, but he got a puncture. Now, he tried to get it back to the pits, and I think he just about succeeded in doing so. However, the actual carcass of his tyre went out from his car and unfortunately went onto the track, causing another late caution. And that meant that Kyle Larson, I mean, Larson probably would have won it anyway, in fairness, but Kyle Larson did end up winning stage 2 of this race, and continues his stage-winning performance, his stage-winning streak, I should say, in the NASCAR Cup Series around the TMS, the Texas Motor Speedway. So, again, fair play to him. He's in a decent amount of form at the moment as well. But what happened in the final stage? What happened in the closing stages of this race? Well, we had a big one. The fourth thing that we learned, we had a big one. We didn't get one in Talladega, but we did very much get one in Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas, including the wrecks. And we had a massive one at the start of stage 3. It was hard to tell what actually started this one. There was around a dozen or so drivers actually involved in it. From the replays, it looked as though Bubba Wallace just lost control of his car, although he may have been tapped around by Joey Logano. It was hard to tell from the limited replays we got on Fox Sports, but it looked as though no matter what, it was Bubba Wallace who spun out and unfortunately collected a few other cars. The chain reaction then started and a lot of guys were out of the race, but crucially, Joey Logano was not one of them. He was involved in that crash, or at least he was close to the starting point of it, but he did continue, and that was crucial for the end of this race, because the fifth thing that we learned is that Joey Logano is a winner in the Cup Series for the first time in 2025 after he finished in his first top 5 finish of the season last time out in Talladega. He was back with a vengeance. Now, of course, he was disqualified from that race in Talladega, but he's kept this one. He's managed to win. Michael McDowell was the guy who was leading late on in this one, and Joey Logano looked as though he was going to go for the victory at that point, but McDowell, while he was defending, after that he actually spun out, caused a late caution, but Logano kept his cool, and he managed to win his first race of the season in the Cup Series, and of course, crucially for him, book his place in the playoffs as a result. So Joey Logano goes from agony to ecstasy around the Texas Motor Speedway. He wasn't really anywhere near the front for the majority of the race. Late on, though, he came into his own and he managed to win, and I'm sure that no one's going to have a problem with that. That's not going to rub anybody up the wrong way at all. But yeah, we've got our full review of the IndyCar series from this weekend as well, guys. If you want to check that out, we've also got some news articles that are going to go out around the same time as this one. They'll probably be out if you're watching this already, guys, on the Motorsport Report. So do check out the reaction to not only Logano's first win of the season, but also some mistakes and some missed opportunities for the likes of Kyle Busch, who spun out twice in this one, and Kyle Larson as well. So stay tuned for that. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you want to see more of this, and have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world today, guys. What do you think of the Wurth 400 around the Texas Motor Speedway on Sunday? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you very soon.